Hi fans, I'm Nina Carter with Titans TV, back with another edition of the men's lacrosse season preview. Today we will talk about UDM's midfield and the options and players that Detroit has both offensively and defensively. From star LSM Jordan Houtby to experienced players like Nick Garippa, Scott Drummond, and Chris Nemes, Detroit currently has almost half of its roster in the midfield category. Defensively, Detroit has some big-time players that can ride offenses and take the ball away. Houtby, a two-time MAC LSM of the Year and a preseason honorable mention All-American by Inside Lacrosse, will start the season as the NCAA Division I active career leader in caused turnovers, while ranking 9th among active players with 214 ground balls.
It's an amazing thing. It's something when going into school, I never thought that. I was just happy to find a school to go to, be the Division I athlete, and now it's got me this far. I'm pretty happy about it. It's one thing that's really put us on the map, our defense-wise. But I think this year we're trying to go more for lowering our goals against. This year the rules have really changed a lot, so we're gonna be looking to move the ball up the field a lot faster. So hopefully I will get a few more looks at the goal.
Garippa brings great athleticism, speed, and strength, and has excelled as a defensive midi in his time at UDM. He was recognized for his short stick defense as an all-conference selection by Inside Lacrosse.
Obviously, Jordan, we're expecting a big year out of him, and I think that he kind of is what he is, and he knows what he can do, and we know what he can do, and everybody now knows what he is. He's no longer a secret. People didn't used to know about him, but they know who he is now. I think with Garippa, you find he's just an athlete. He's a kid who gets all over the field. He's in your face, and he's been working on his stick a lot. His stick's getting a lot better.
Some other defensive midfielders that return with experience are Andrew Khalil, Joe McLean, and Thomas Seibel. Detroit also has a number of newcomers that will vie for playing time. Now we will turn our attention to the offensive midfielders, led by 19-point scorer from a year ago in Scott Drummond, along with Chris Nemes, Mike Burney, Troy Dennis, Drew Shupak, and Tyler Harper. Drummond notched 11 goals and 8 assists in his first year in the Motor City, finishing 5th on the team in goals and points, while Nemes scored 10 goals in each of his first 2 seasons. Burney had 6 points on 3 goals and 3 assists as a rookie, and Dennis had a pair of goals and came away with 4 helpers in 2012. Shupak has seen limited time on the field in his first 2 years, but looks strong in fall practice. And Harper is another player that spent most of last season learning the collegiate game.
We got a lot more depth, so we'll be running about 8 to 9 middies a game instead of maybe 6 or 7. So we got a lot more guys that are able to accomplish a lot. When you're playing with guys like Mike Burney, Troy Dennis, Scott Drummond, all these guys like this, it's really easy because when we practice, we haven't set specific lines yet, so we'll all play with each other. So we have a really good chemistry going, and we got guys that are quick, strong. So it's good. It's definitely a positive thing.
This season we have Coach Graham Adams and Carl Zimmerman running the offense. I think they're doing a good job. We have a different set offense. A bunch of midfielders are stepping up this year. Nemes, Burney, a bunch of freshmen are bringing a lot of tempo to the plate. So I think it's going to be a good season. I think the coaching staff has done a great job preparing us this year. Everybody's main goal this year is, MAC championship and then make it on to the first round of the NCAA playoffs. Practice has been great. It's been a high tempo every day. Everybody's coming, ready to practice every day.
I think Drummond is looking good. I think Chris Nemes is looking good. I think, we actually have about 9 midfielders that are playing pretty well right now. There's not anybody that's really sticking out offensively. I think we're going to kind of do that position by committee like everywhere else. We're going to run 3 sets of midi lines and see who kind of is playing well that day, and then we'll move forward with whoever's playing well and whoever has the hot hand. And some days it might be Chris Nemes, some days it might be Mike Burney, some days it might be Troy Dennis. So who knows?
Our plays are more consistent. We're more persistent. We just have a lot of skill sets now. So, teams really can't guard us as much as last year because there's more going around. We have more players. We have a lot of skilled players. Our freshmen, they're really, really good. Every week, it's just competition on who gets to play. It's not like we have sets now. It's more of people in rotations. We just have a lot of skilled players. I think everyone's going to see field time, and we just have to make sure that when we're out there, we are focused and we just can play all 4 quarters.
Just like the defensive midfielders, UDM has some newcomers that have pushed the veterans in practice, and all that competition will bode well for the Titan offense and creating goals. For Titans TV, this is Nina Carter.